Hello beautiful people, and welcome to Yoga with Concha. My name is Concha and welcome to this amazing yoga channel. So if you haven't already seen in the title, we are talking about the number one thing that has completely changed my life. And so I'm very passionate about this topic, which is Vipassana. So Vipassana is this 10-day silent meditation retreat, and it's a technique taught by Goenka. I'm sure there are other people that teach it, but for my teacher, it was Goenka, and he got this technique from the Buddha. This was actually the Buddha's technique to become enlightened. Now, of course, I haven't been doing this since I was 5 like the Buddha, but this will help clear just so much emotional charge around your childhood, your relationships, so many different things. But yeah, this is a 10-day silent meditation retreat, and it is a donation-based retreat. Okay, they have them all over the world. All right, so the thing is that if you want to contribute, you can, but if you can't contribute, they still allow you to go and reap the benefits of this amazing practice as long as you follow the rules. Okay, so yes, there is not a strict, but a tightly woven schedule, and it runs from 4:30 in the morning till 9 to 9:30 at night. Some of these are optional things to do, some of them are required, but you do get meals in between breakfast and lunch, and it's really a highly organized situation here, so you can fully relax and feel supported and feel able to completely surrender into your meditation. Now, it starts out with the first 3 of the 10 days, you're doing what's called anapana breathing, and basically you're observing the breath as it flows in and out of the nose. You're really gaining this awareness, and it's a very acute awareness to the breath. Now, after that, the last 7 days of the retreat is all about observing the sensations of the body. And so a lot of things come up at that time, because a lot of things that we live during the day, we are so busy that we end up stuffing our emotions down into the body. Now, the body is this wonderful organism that has the ability and the wisdom to feel these emotions and to contain them, right? Our body is this container. And so as we do our Vipassana, we're able to observe and release a lot of the emotions that we have built up over time that we might be stuffing down within us. Now, that could be childhood trauma. That could be ex-husband problems, right, that you want to release completely, right? There's a lot of emotional triggers, emotional charge in whatever's going on in our lives, and if we want to drain that charge and really be more equanimous and be more level-headed and balanced about things and really in our own energy, then I highly recommend Vipassana, because Vipassana, oh my gosh, will guide you right to the clarity of your inner being, the clarity of your soul, you guys. And it's so powerful because we might be confused about where our life is going, or what am I gonna do next? And the thing is that this Vipassana, I highly recommend, especially for those types, because you'll be able to clear other people's emotions, to clear other people's opinions, to clear the clutter in the mind. And when you get down into the core of you, you realize what is so important, what is just the next logical step for you. All right, this is not even a woo-woo practice, and y'all know I love woo-woo, but this is such a down-to-earth practice. I mean, they say you're not supposed to dwell on different crystals and stones and looking into deities and all that stuff. No, this is basic. This is very third dimensional 3D, you're literally observing the sensations in your body. And so as we release what no longer serves, as we release the charge in the emotional glamour, as we release our petty side, even though, you know, it's kind of fun to have that petty side, but when we release all that stuff that is distracting us, we become so much more powerful, because what happens is our energy is not scattered, but it's moving toward one beautiful direction, in the direction of our path. And so I'll tell you a little bit about my story, is that, you know, before I found Vipassana, I was really, I was just confused. I wasn't living my life for me. I was working part-time in a corporate job, and also working in a farm, and I wasn't sure what to do, and I was already in my mid and late 20s, and I was like, what is this life? Like, what am I doing? Like, what's going on? You know, and it was hard, because it's like, when you're in that state of confusion, law of attraction builds momentum on more confusion. So you're really going off this dead end, and you don't know what to do. Like, it's hard. It's really hard when you're in the thick of it. And so the CEO of this company that I was just about to start at was at a retreat, and I was just totally judging it, like, oh, he's probably at this retreat drinking margaritas on the beach. And when he came back from the retreat is when he told me, and I don't know why he was telling me all this stuff, but it was meaningful and impactful for me. And he told me, oh yeah, I just finished with a 10-day silent retreat. It was Vipassana. And so I was asking him about it, and it was really fascinating, because, you know, he told me a lot of things, like he literally saw the Buddha in this meditation that he was doing, and a lot of other very, what normal people would call odd things happened, strange things. And it was almost like he was in his body, but he was out. And we always hear about these monks and these Buddhists, and they might be in this meditation, but a lot of very synchronous and interesting things happen. And for that happening to him, it compelled me, and I was like, I need to sign up for this ASAP, because at that time I really was looking for a spiritual experience, and I had been having many spiritual experiences. So for me, I wanted another spiritual experience. So I signed up and literally went maybe 2.5 months after that, because, you know, there's a little wait. And this was an unpaid vacation that I took, because, like I said, I was working part-time, but this was very compelling for me. And so finally I did the 10-day silent retreat. And after that, I was literally it was like I was seeing crazy things. Like, I saw a black feather and a white feather at the retreat, which, you know, feathers are my thing. And when I see the opposites, it means alignment, right? So that's just my thing. And so all these crazy things were happening at the retreat, and it's amazing. Like, it's really profound and very powerful, right? When you go, you'll have your own spiritual experience. So when I got back, I actually, a CEO of another company reached out to me and said, hey, we're looking for a recruiting manager, and why don't you come interview with us? So what happened was I ended up making over 3 times what I was making at my part-time job, and I was working full-time, but it wasn't like crazy full-time hours. It was really good hours, you know, really easy hours. And it was like all of this stuff started coming, like falling into place, you know. It was that I got this new amazing job. I actually was vagabonding in my sister's living room at the time, and then I found this amazing 2-bedroom apartment up on the hill with a gorgeous view that was the most ridiculous low price. I mean, I'm like, you know, in the Bay Area, this is the most expensive area, but let me tell you, it was a 2-bedroom for $2,100 a month. 2 bedrooms, $2,100 a month. Now, if you're in the Midwest or you're anywhere else, that probably doesn't sound like a good deal, but let me tell you, for being in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley, this was a freaking amazing deal, and it was gorgeous, gorgeous. We had dual pane windows. I mean, a gorgeous view of the entire bay. It was just absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And I was manifesting all kinds of beautiful things that really set me into a strong foundation. All right, so the battery died, so basically that's my cue to stop blabbering on. But I do want to say that Vipassana has changed my life in so many ways. And so after I did that first one, I continuously just took time off, got paid vacation, got unpaid vacation, and I just did as many of these Vipassanas as I could. And basically what happened is that I really was able to let go, really fully let go of the pain that I had endured. Now, I won't go into a ton of details, right? Because the camera died. Like, I'm trying to keep this very short and sweet, but it's hard because I got so much to say. But, I grew up in a school bus in a trailer park, and I had very just really tough emotional time. And so what I'm saying is that, we all have a past. We all have a past. We all have pain. We all have a situation that can bury the heart. And so for me, what happened was that one of these Vipassanas that I took, actually, I noticed that literally I had a visual that my heart was boarded up. It was boarded up like zombies are coming. You board up the heart, like you board up your walls. And I literally had to pry the wood off. Underneath the wood was ashes, literally ashes in my heart space. Finally, I cleared away all the ashes, and then there's like, the coral, the beautiful is the fire, like I could feel it. But what I'm saying is that I had to do all of these Vipassanas to really let go of the pain that I was feeling, the pain. I mean, I was a guarded, blocked off person. Like, I was a totally different person. So anyways, what I'm saying is that, this Vipassana is so healing and so helpful. And what else can I say about it? If you have any questions, because I can't really think of what you might need to know. This is just a little story. This is just a little snippet. So I want to let you know that if you do have questions, post them in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer anything you need so that you can really be set on this path. It's a beautiful path, you guys. I'm not even joking. Like, if I could tell you how impactful it will be for you to do just 10 days, and I know that sounds like a lot, but just 10 days, it is extremely impactful, and I highly recommend it. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post a link to Vipassana in the description below this. And if you have any questions, please let me know, because I know this is very intimidating. And I will say one more thing is that the first time when I was in Vipassana, I told my sister, I said, come with me, because, I want to experience this with her. I didn't want to experience this alone. And at one point during the retreat, I was literally gonna leave. I ran out because for me it was a lot. I mean, it felt like too much. I used to have anxiety. I used to have depression. So all of these feelings would come up. And so at one point they came up so strong that it was a silent part of the meditation where everyone's in the meditation hall, and I literally got up and ran out. I was gonna run to my car and get the F out of there because my heart was pumping and I was done. It was my anxiety telling me I wasn't good enough. It was my anxiety telling me terrible things. It was just the thoughts of the mind clouding me. And the only reason why I stayed was because I saw my sister peacefully meditating, and I couldn't leave her. I couldn't leave her because I had the car, you know. I wasn't gonna just leave her when I had the car, and that would be messed up, you know. So it was like I stayed just because I didn't want to leave my sister there. So that was a good thing to have someone with me so that, you know, I wouldn't be tempted to leave. So anyways, that's my spiel, and I'm really passionate about this. I just feel like if we could all do a little Vipassana, it would really do us some real wonders, especially if you have something to let go, especially if you have, you know, emotional issues going on. And it's okay to admit that. Okay, it's okay to admit it, because these things that are going on in the life are literally just clouds, and you can clear the clouds away. It takes a little bit of time, it takes a little bit of work, but it's possible, and I want you to know that it's possible. So anyways, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and definitely check out the link to Vipassana below this so that you can get on your right path for your soul, for your heart, for your own dwelling. Okay, and I'll see you all very soon anyways. Mwah. Namaste.